We are both live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Just a minute and we go live. We start now. Okay. We're live. Okay. We're live now, guys. Okay. Thank you, Otia, for joining. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming. How do you do this? Link, management. Tap to show. Tap to show. Add new links. Okay. Yes, we are live. Yes, we are live. Yes, we are live. Yes, we are live. 1 minute, sorry. Almost done. We'll set and we'll start and we go. Sorry, guys, for the delays. We'll start in a minute or two. Okay, we're live. Okay, we are live. Just trying to push the links out to prompt people to join in. We are live. We are live, guys. One minute, guys, and we're done. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this show. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, welcome everyone. I hope you guys are doing well from every part of the world where you are. Thank you for joining this live. I believe that in one way or the other, we're going to learn one thing or two. Thank you, Flem, for joining. Thank you, J May 9. Thank you for joining, for joining. Uchichuku for watching. Well, by the way, we're live on 3 devices from Facebook, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. So feel free to watch in anywhere that suits you. So I hope that we're going to learn a thing or two from what we're going to share today. So yeah, we start now. And sorry guys, just want to get this on. Just want to get this out of the way. And get this. Sorry, just trying to sort out some admin technical stuff. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Welcome everyone. My name is Onyekwelu. For those that don't know me, so I am a little bit about myself. I'm a property developer, a property investor, a property manager, and we provide accommodation. So by that means, what we mean is that we hotels, serviced accommodations, what people call short lets or Airbnb. That's one of what to do. Thank you, Jamie. Um, and what else do we do? Those are my the main things. Three main things that we do. So I'm property, like I mentioned that already. I am a husband. I am a father, a husband to a beautiful wife, a father to a lovely woman. My wife is Judith, and we have 3 children together. We have 2 children. So yeah, that's basically it. And nice to hear. If you can hear me, please put in the chat. I can hear you. So I'm sure that everyone can hear me and my audio has no issues. Please just say I can hear you in the chat. Just so I can hear you in the chat. And if possible, let me know where you are. Listen, where you're joining us from. Yeah, thank you very much, Jamie. Thank you for that. Yeah, so we crack on. So basically, the whole idea of what we're doing today is the title for today is Passing the Torch, Keeping Our Language Alive. So if you guys were what that the symbol we used for the thumbnail or the flyer we used was a symbol of where someone was passing the torch from one person to another person, like in a relay race. So the whole idea is that we know the significance. If you pass if the first athlete or the second athlete or the third athlete does not pass the torch properly, then it affects the entire race. So just in case you're watching this replay, so yeah, you can still respond to like you're on the live. So yeah, basically, so today we explore the importance of languages, and they're not just words, and why do we need to pass on the language from from one generation to another? What's the importance of that? What's the essence? Why is it important? Why do we need to do it? What's the of what use? What do we gain? What don't we gain? So we hope to make the best of this conversation. So this is a live that we're having now, and our desire is to have it every Sunday between 7 to 8 p.m. GMT. So irrespective of where I am, I'll try my best to go live, even if it's in a vehicle, in a car, or anywhere. So currently, I'm actually at a place that is about an hour, close to 2 hours away from my property, but still, I just wanted to make this happen. So please feel free to share this live to someone or anyone that you know. This will be a blessing too. So irrespective of the continent where they're from, whether they're from Africa, Asia, or from anywhere, this is a challenge that is unique to different people from across the world. So yeah, so that's basically it. So we hope to explore that. So a little bit about me. I come from a family of 7. So two. I have a brother, so making us two boys and five sisters. So it's a big family. And I was born and I was raised in Nigeria, to be precise, in a town called Kaduna. So that's northern Nigeria. So that's where I grew up, and I did my majority of my early educations in Kaduna. Then moved to the southern part of Nigeria, southeast to be precise, and did my secondary university education there, and did my master's degree in what's it called, in United Kingdom. And for one reason or the other, I'm somehow a shuttle between Nigeria and the United Kingdom because of business. So, like I said, I do property development in Nigeria. Whatever I do in the UK, we do it in Nigeria. So it's like um, a shuttle between both, in both countries. So yeah. So I mean, if I may ask you, in the parents in the comment section, please, can you comment what language you speak, please, so that we kind of have an idea of those that are in the group chat. For me, I speak Igbo. Igbo, IGBO. IGBO um, is a popular language in what's it called, in southeast of Nigeria. So, with all due respect to other languages, I'm Igbo by tribe. So, a lot of the references you see me make will be a little bit linked to Igbo, So, I hope that you guys will enjoy what we're going to do today. So, I'd like to see the comment. Please put comments in section what language you speak, so that we can know those that and who we're communicating with, please. So, be it on Facebook, be it on TikTok, be it on YouTube. Please let us know what language that you speak to your children, or language you speak to yourselves with. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Thank you. The How You Love says Igbo. Who else? Let us know what language you speak, please. Let us know what language you speak. That will help. Okay, let's do it. Whilst we look forward to seeing the languages. Yeah, like I said, my first language is Igbo. I love to identify myself as Igbo first. That's my first language. With all due respect, Nigeria was colonized by Britain, and they made the formal language English. So that is because in Nigeria we have three main languages: Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. There are three main languages, and for the what you might call the lingua franca in Nigeria is English. But I love to say that my first language is Igbo. Then my second language is English, because my identity is Igbo first before English. I'm not an Englishman. That even if I speak French, doesn't make me a Frenchman, or I speak Mandarin, doesn't make me Chinese. So the one that is my identity is Igbo, and that's why I speak. Yeah, thanks for Joe Mestin. Lovely to see you guys. So that's to say my language, and I'll be making a little bit of comments about my own language and where I come from, so that in case anyone wants to. So yeah, um, thank you for that. 1 minute, please. All right. Okay. Yeah. Um, 1 minute, please. So sorry, guys. A little bit of tech stuff going on here and there. I hope that we're learning a thing or two. We hope that this would be very beneficial to everyone. 1 minute. Sorry, guys. Just want to get this out of the way. 1 minute, please. Yeah, please. Once you're coming in, just let us know where you're watching from, so that we can understand. Just to know what part of the country or what nation you're watching this live from. Okay, yeah. So, and what language you speak, what nation you come from, what language you speak to your children. It'd be nice, so that we can have an idea of those in the room. Someone's user 24 says we speak Igbo at home alone. Leslie says just got number. Okay, yeah. Leslie, welcome. Another person says I speak Igbo. That's on TikTok. Let's say I speak Igbo. Um, Manfred Udane, thanks for coming. Uh, Ami DB says I speak Igbo. Who else again? Yeah. So guys, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Whilst we try to keep it coming, keep it coming. Yeah. So just going to go on now. 1 minute, just a second. Just want to push this out. Use this same opportunity to share this live to other people so they can join and be a part of what we're doing. And use it to share this live, please. Some people might learn from what we're doing. So please feel free to share this live with someone that you know that this might be of impact to. Please go use this opportunity to share this live to someone. Okay, so let's crack on. Where are we? Yeah. Use the opportunity to share the live, guys. Use this opportunity to share the lives. Share it on Facebook or anywhere you are. Share it on your status so someone can learn from you. Share it on TikTok if you use. You can repost on TikTok if you use TikTok. Just share it. You never know this is going to be a blessing to, or who's going to learn from what we're doing. Sorry, I'm doing this alone, so maybe in the future I'll have some tech guy in the background doing all this for me. And hopefully, as we get along, this teething problem becomes a lot more easier. Easier. Read more, slide more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I kind of okay. Thank you. So back again. My parents spoke Igbo to me. Thank you, Emeka Ikoke for joining. Thank you, Agu Olivia Obalu for joining. Thank you, Amaka Dibidon for joining. Yeah, my mom spoke Igbo to me, to be precise. Not my mom. My parents spoke Igbo to me, to be precise. I'm from Enugu State, so my parents in Nigeria. So my parents spoke my dialect to me. Just to give you guys a background of where I come from. It was until I came to Enugu State to study my university. That's when I realized the difference between my dialect in Igbo and other dialects. And I'm sure it's unique. It's not just unique to Igbo. It's the same thing across in Yoruba language. I'm sure in Ghana. I'm sure there might be a variation between the Swahili spoken in Tanzania and the Swahili spoken in Kenya. I believe it cuts across different countries. Even Mandarin, the one that is spoken in Hong Kong, is different from the one that is spoken in China. And I'm sure in that same China, there'll be different elements of different variations across different countries. So my parents spoke Igbo to us, and to be precise, my dialect. So I grew up in Kaduna, so all I knew was my dialect. And when I came to Enugu, that's when I realized a lot. When I spoke, people will say, where did you come from? Maybe they thought I grew up in the village, but because my parents I was heavily influenced, or we were heavily influenced by the language, what our parents spoke. So it really it really made my Igbo, or will I use the word? It made us sound the way we sound, or what's the word? It made people wonder, what part of the world did you come from? You know? So that's what informed my own language, my own Igbo. So I spoke Igbo. I kind of understand a little bit of Hausa because I grew up in Kaduna. Basic Hausa, if I may use that word, and to get me around and to do one or two things. Because back in the days when we grew up in Kaduna, if you don't know how to say "una so," this, you can't survive in the market, you know. But things have changed a little bit now. Some people in Kaduna will agree with me that quite a lot of the traders now have now grown to, what's the word, to start speaking their languages, speaking English, so they can improve their business or their relationships with the customers that come. Unlike when we were young, it was just, if you don't know how to speak Hausa, is a problem. But because of people have improved their English so they can be able to communicate to others, I think I got a bit lazy, if I may say, you know. Yeah. Then, but towards my present age now, I started learning Hausa, and I kind of understand a little bit here and there. So just that's me about the kind of languages I speak. My children speak my language. I wish I can get them here too. for them to speak to you. So I speak Igbo to my children, not just Igbo, I speak my dialect to my children. My wife is from Imo State, I'm from Enugu State. By the way, if my wife, when my children, my earlier first daughter was very young, if my wife was to say in Igbo, to say were, that's take in Igbo, my daughter won't understand it. But if I was to say nga, that's what my people will say nga, my daughter will just turn and say, come and have that stuff. So because we influenced the Igbo we spoke to her was my dialect, that's all she knew. So my wife was gradually changing, getting to understand our Igbo, my own dialect more, so that our daughter can understand her well. So I speak, my first daughter understands and speaks a great deal. She's not 100%. My son, the same thing. My first daughter does a lot better than him. My last daughter that is going to be 3 next month, the same thing. She will tell you things like kainjewe, that means let's go. She will tell you things like she understands more than she speaks. She will tell you things like mba, or she will tell you ibo, that means good morning. Or you say to her, Njiki email, that means how are you doing? She say Mudukwama. She will say that. I wish I could bring them here, but they're all playing. Maybe subsequently I can upload some videos. So that's basically it about myself and the languages I speak. So for the things we'll share, I try my best to share the things I do more. I'm not just a talker, it's just share the things that we do. So yeah, why languages? Why languages? Languages matter a great deal. Languages is everything. It shapes what we do. Is our identity. So it encapsulates everything about us. So someone can say, I don't care, why should I be bothered? I might as well just speak my English or English and everything. Mind you, there are people in the Caribbeans or those you call Black Americans or what have you, or that are tracing their roots back and trying to see. One of the worst things that can happen to a man is not knowing where they come from, their identity. If you remember the movie that I think it was what's his name, the Chinese guy, the popular guy, Jackie Chan. I think after the movie called Who Am I? One of the worst things that can happen to a man is not to know where the man comes from. So your language, and I believe that's one of the things that was lost in the course of the slave trade. The more they stayed there from generation to generation, they started speaking the master's language, and before anything, a lot of them, the Caribbeans and what have you, they don't have a trace of where they're coming from. The language is important. So if a man can speak a language, it gives that man an identity, and nothing gives one a joy like identity. So if not for anything, identity. Language would what's it called? Language is our DNA. It keeps our traditions alive. Our language keeps our tradition alive. In Wales, for instance, now, what's it called? The Welsh people at some point lost the track of their language, and everything was English. But now, if you go to Wales, you see in English and you see in Welsh. You see in English and Welsh. By the way, in Wales, there are schools that are all Welsh schools. So if you say, "Oh, why is Onyekwelu bothering me?" or "Why should I be bothered?" Go speak to the guys in Wales, or go to China and speak to them. China sponsor, go to different countries and invest in the language of that country. For instance, now there's BBC. Like China has why do I say a lot of China? Because I go there quite a lot here and there. So China has just like the way you have BBC, China has their own channel called CCTV. China has a Hausa service, CCTV Hausa service, just to show you, because they want to penetrate, or they understand the importance of language. And BBC has done a lot there, trying to have different services in different languages so they can penetrate to the people. China, as a government, sponsor people that speak their language to come and study in their country or to come and do it. Because I believe that language is a big reason why China is who they are today. If they could speak English, maybe they will not have as much power as they have. They write their manuals in Chinese language, so when they bring the machines to your country, or like we had a factory we set up in Abuja, we had to bring them to come, because even the manual, you can't even read it. You can't even understand what they're saying there. You have to, you need them to come and do the interpretation. So language is important. Remember what I said, it keeps our tradition alive. it helps the economy, and it builds a sense of belonging. It builds a sense of belonging very much. It builds a sense. Thank you very much, Happy J. It builds a sense of belonging. Thank you very much for those that are joining. So nothing like someone feeling out of place or being excluded. There's nothing like that. When someone feels included in something, it makes a whole lot of difference. So let's move on. The benefits for children. One, what does a child benefit by? Okay, my child speaks English, I'm good, I don't need them to speak any other language, I'm okay. What do they benefit from speaking other language? One is that it makes them smarter. Research has shown that when children speak more than one language, they are smarter than those that speak just one. So, and it helps their cognitive benefits, better memory, and they are more problem solving. So I'll give you an instance now. So you speak to my children in Igbo, you understand, and they turn to the right and somebody speaks to them in English. Their brain works a lot more. I don't know how to explain it. Scientists can do that better. So I see the way they just switch from Igbo to English instantly, and another switch back to Igbo and switch back to English. And there's some people that speak the same thing. They speak Spanish. I know a lady that speaks Igbo, speaks Spanish, she speaks I think French, like different languages. You can imagine what it is. If someone that speaks Chinese and speaks Mandarin is a very Chinese language. Imagine understanding that language and learning others. Your brain is definitely going to be different. So there's academic advantage, easier to learn other languages. So when research shows that when a child can speak more than one language, it's easier to learn more languages. And the more languages you speak, the more advantage it has for the person. Then career edge. I always say, people say, why do you make your children speak Mandarin? Because it's the future. So is the future, or because like when I took my children to China a couple of months ago, that's about April, you see the difference because my daughter can speak one or two, she helps us to be able to achieve some things. Imagine when your child can speak more of that. She could, the world is an oyster. She could do business there. She could get employment by big organizations, whatever. She understands Igbo, she understands English, she understands Mandarin, and in the schools they teach in German or whatever. It's an advantage. So for career prospects, it's good. For economic strength, emotional strength. Language strengthens family bonds. So when the family can speak their language, it further helps their children. Someone says, yeah, my children speak Igbo fluently. English is a no-no in our house. Well done. Thanks for that. Says they are also good in Mandarin, Arabic, Italy, Spanish, and French. That's user 2450. I wish there's a lot of numbers there. So yeah, that's that. On the importance of, we just basically talked about key points about the importance of language. So some of the common challenges. I'm going to share some of the common challenges because when I have chats with parents here and there, they always say to me, "Oh, these are my challenges," or parents are busy. That's one of the main challenges. Because parents are busy, they don't. I met someone in a restaurant in Abuja, a buffet restaurant on a Sunday, and he was speaking. I'm always very, very. I'm like, I would say, what they call fashion police. I'm a language police. I would say, "Oh, why is it that?" I said, "Why don't you speak your language to your children?" They said, "Oh, I'm not around from Monday to Saturday. My wife spends most time with that." I said, "The little time you are around." So my wife doesn't really speak as much as I do. I said, "The little time you're around, do your own, do your bit." I met us at first. My wife is not as fluent as I am in Igbo. It's not as fluent as I am in Igbo, so it was a bit of a concern to me in my decision whether to get married to her or not. But I remember I was in a job in Wales, and I met a gentleman that said that his mom spoke Welsh to him and his dad spoke English to him. So he understands English and Welsh. So I was like, wow, okay. That means one parent can do a lot. So it's not an excuse to say you're busy. If you really, really, really are determined, you can make it. So by the way, big ups to all parents. Anyone that is a parent, I say big ups to you, because it takes a lot to be a parent. Not everyone is a parent. Some people say, "Oh, I was raised by my grandmother. I was raised by this." Not everyone is available to parent their children. So big ups to anyone that's a parent, and a big shout out. So it's not easy. So having said that, we have a lot of responsibility. Busy schedule is not enough. Even though you're busy, you make sure your children go to school. You're busy, when their grades are not good, you are on their case. Oh, why is your grades not good? If they are busy, you don't keep them hungry. You try as much as possible to feed them. The same energy, the same passion should be given to the language. Same energy, same passion. By the way, some people go all out in the UK to see their children go to do 11 plus exams to get tutor for their children. They go all out to put their children in private school. They go all out to put their children in the best boarding school, fly them abroad. Why don't we put the same energy to the language? Why? Why don't we? Some people also think that, oh, if the child speaks the language, he's like feel local or bush or outdated. Can we be more outdated or more bush than the Bangladeshian here in the UK? They speak their language. You see, a child that was born here, raised here, speak the language. Same thing with Poland. Same thing with Romania. Same thing with India. Same thing with Pakistan. Why is Africans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, why is it different? Another country, why? Why can't we ensure that we transfer what we have? By the way, I see this is how I see it. I see that if you can't speak the language and your children can't, I see it as a failure. And I see that you're being unfair. You have something you're not giving to them. So you are depriving them of what you have. You are being lazy about it. Someone says, okay, they speak Mandarin, Arabic, Italian, and Spanish. That's well done, man. Good, big ups to you. So yeah, so some people also feel a lack of time or consistency. That's another challenge, lack of time and consistency. To me, I'm very consistent and I give glory to God. Be it at home, be it outside, I'm always, even when I can let you sleep, like my daughter does something or my children do something, I'll keep trying. Respond in Igbo, swear in Igbo, say it in Igbo. I'll correct them. Even when they're taking a shower, I'll be doing a correction. When we're driving to school, doing a correction. Even in their school, sometimes my wife reminds me in the school, know that you're in the school. So it doesn't look as if you're telling them any other thing that the teacher doesn't want to say. So consistency is key. I can't see any. Bible says, "See a man diligent in his works, he will stand before kings." So I can't see anybody that is consistent and diligent that is not going to. There will not be a reward. It will not show. It will definitely show. Some people, like I've also pointed, some people feel that it's old-fashioned and embarrassing. In this time where the world cannot be English. The world can be English. Everything about us can be English. It's boring. It's going to be boring. If everybody speaks English, there's no variety. I always make reference to the movie called what's it called? What's this movie? It's a cartoon, Madagascar 2. Go and watch it, guys. Okay, I've got my children, by the way, so I get to watch one cartoon here or there. What's it called? I love the accent, the Mexican accent, the French accent, the African accent. I love the King Julia. It's amazing. It's different. Imagine that. Yes, we have an all English movie or an all American accent movie, but the uniqueness. Thank you, Joel Music 247. Yeah, the accent that what's it called? That the variety that we got from that movie will give you an understanding of why we all need to speak our language. It's very important. And to hand over, why will it be on our own turn that the button should drop down? Why? Why? Think about it. Think of the Olympics. The race. If the first athlete that was running on the relay doesn't hand the baton to the next person, do you know the impact going to have continue going on? It takes grace of God for someone, maybe like that's why they always put, I think they put the best or the fastest athlete on the I think the third lap or so that in case there's any lapses, he's able to cover up and catch up and do it. Sometimes Usain Bolt is not the one that used to do the last one. I can't remember who does that. But you guys understand what I'm saying. Why would it be on your own turn that the baton should drop? Why? Why shouldn't you pass it on? God, in his wisdom, knew the reason why he created all these things. Why will you not? Bible says we shall give account of every single thing, including the language. What do we make of the language? Because language is in the scriptures. Thank you, DJ Tasty. Understand? What do we make of it? So it's not old-fashioned. It's not embarrassing. It's our language, it's our identity, it's who we are. So we need to speak it and pass it on to our children. So please, guys, put in your favorite emoji in the chat if you're learning from this. Feel free to send share this on share it and like it or whatever, make a comment or whatever. Just let's all engage, and feel free to let us know what language you speak and where you're coming from, guys, so that we know the people that we're reaching out to. So we're going to move on, and some of the solutions or some of the things that are and some of the recommendations will be that, like I say, during your family time, anytime. I always see people that tell me things like, "Oh, my children are 14 years old, they're 15 years old. That's a mistake I made." I say to them, if you go to I always make reference to China because I go there a lot. So guys, sorry if I've said China too much in this live. If you go to China now, for instance, now, and you are to get on a taxi, these guys don't hear one word in English. Maybe what they hear is hello, especially when you meet the ones that are typical in the like Chinese people, not the young ones that might watch one movie or not. You're not going to move an inch from there to where you're going to. So it's never too late to get it right. If a child was born in Poland, or not born in Poland, if a child was to go and school in Poland, or was to go and school in, where will I say, in Brazil or something like that, you have to learn the language to function. So I'm saying, and I believe, that it's not late for that child to speak. If you start speaking, you speak Yoruba, you speak English. You speak Igbo, you speak English. You speak Twi or Ga, you speak English. You speak Swahili, you speak English. Do that. They say a habit takes about 66 days or so. Do that for at least 2 months. You see the difference. You'll be surprised. Some of us underrate or underestimate how brilliant our children are, how smart they are, how intelligent they are. So my encouragement to each and every one of us is that we should start every time, be it in the dinner table, be it in the car, be it anywhere, pass this language to the next generation. Don't allow the baton to fall in your own time. Move it on to the next generation. So other ideas could be, like I said, I've discussed that already. Speaking only, be insistent, be persistent. My mom, this is what my mom will always do, and I make reference. I say my mom a lot because she was more at home than my father was out and about because of business. My mom would turn language deaf. So let's say, for instance, now she knows that you can speak the language, but children, and because we went to school and school is English and what have you, we will be lazy to speak the language. We just come and try to see if we can speak English to her. Just get away. And if you're a lazy parent, the children will take advantage of you. By the way, parenting is intentional. You have to be intentional about what you do. See, you don't arrive at your at where you aspire to be by accident. No, you can't arrive there. So see, inside our language, when I say parenting intentional, I'm a youth worker, so I work with teenagers, and I've done that for about 14 to 15 years now. So one of the things you hear in this country is parents are complaining about their children and all that. To a great extent, my bishop, Lois, thank you, legit, and thank you, Otumba, for joining, and everyone that is commenting. I can see the most comments I can see. I'll tell you one thing, guys. My bishop Oyedebo will always say one thing. If you don't know where you're going to, everywhere you go to will look like it. Some of the children that we have in this part of the country, the reason why they behave or they are not responding or doing things differently from the way you anticipate them to do is because they've lost track of their identity. Your language your culture is embedded in your language. The more you speak your language, the much more easier it is for your parenting. So if your children can speak your language, it's a lot much easier for them to remember that they don't see. You guys can say what you want to say, but this is how I raise my own children. I give my children understanding that the British passport is just a document of travel. That's what I tell them. It doesn't make you British, with all due respect to the passport. Because in every country or in most cities, they have what's called a Chinatown. In Lagos, they have it. In America, they have it. In UK, they have it. It's in London. They are Chinese people, but they have a passport. You understand? Just like me now, Chinese government giving me a passport. It's for me to travel, ease of travel, and for the benefits of here and there, but does not make me Onyekwelu, a Chinese man. No. So you can have a different view to it. It's up to you. Every home is a little country. So in your house, 3-bedroom house, 1-bedroom flat, 1 room is a little country. So your house is your own country. So in your language is your culture, and that's the more you speak it, the more it's easier for you to what's it called, to parent your children and to keep reminding them from where they come from, and they don't get on the way and derail and start behaving like people that don't have a track of where they're coming from. N'Igbo na-asị, "Agbacha ọsọ, agụwa mile." So because they don't know, and or another thing Igbo people say is that onye amaghị ebe mmiri bido mawe ama mma ebe mmiri ahụ si kwụsị. So in other mgbe mmiri ahụ kwụsị rather. So because they don't, in other words, is that when someone that does not know where the rain started beating him or her would not know when the rain stops. So guys, speak your language to your children. It helps your parenting, help everything. And I give it for the fathers. It is your responsibility. I see women, they say to me, "Oh, tell him, oh, tell him, tell him." I'm always telling him to speak the language, speak. The fathers are docile or like just don't care or expect magic to happen. Guys, number one, it is, if you like, put on YouTube for them or everything, you have the sole responsibility to pass that baton on. Nobody will do it for you. So no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to train. The teachers will not train your children for you better than you train them. So some people come, they hand over their parenting to their children, hope their teachers, hoping that their teacher to do the job, wave a magic wand and wonders will happen. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. It's you. So I put it to the fathers. The word father, a Hebrew word, what it means is legacy. So it means continuity. So we have a responsibility as fathers to instill that this language has to be spoken. So you don't wait for your wife as fathers. Don't wait for your wives as fathers. We need to take it as a responsibility. Take it up and do it. And if your wives are supportive, fantastic. By the way, there are some homes. Okay, we've talked about 2 languages, so let's not go there. So we discussed that already, and we're going to move on now. So fun and engaging ideas, so make it fun. There are some apps that exist now. So someone sent me a DM or in a group chat and said to me, "Oh, we speak Bini language, we speak what's it called, Edo language, and what have you. How can we get resources?" Guys, go on Chat GPT or Gemini or whatever and type it in this way. Act this way. This is what I do. Say, act as a parent. So you type there, "Please give me resourceful materials of Swahili, Kenyan Swahili, or Ghanaian Twi, or Nigerian Yoruba, or Bangladeshan or Chinese Mandarin," and you'll be surprised at the number of the amount of resources that chat will drop for you, that AI will drop for you, and you can start from there. There's a lady for the Igbo guys, a lady called I think Vivian Banefo, something like that. Maybe I'll put the link on myself. So, yeah, I think her channel is called Learn Igbo Now. And there's another lady called Ngozi Otiaba, on YouTube. I think there are quite a lot of them. Even music, Yoruba has quite a lot of content, So just if you feel that, there's not a lot of content, AI, ChatGPT, check that out and help you. Golden NG02, welcome. Nice to have you guys. Sorry, guys, it's not a lot of the people that I can recognize, but nice to have you guys. Okay, let's crack on, guys. Ideas. Okay, ideas, fun ideas, games. Play games. Movies. Movies. Igbo movies, Yoruba movies. I think it was my Chinese friend, that said he learned English from watching movies. So I highly recommend movies for you guys. Make sure you watch the movies. It helps the children. The skits help the children. The comedy skits here and there. Please. Yes. When you cook your meals, you tell them. My daughters will tell you, ofe gari na anu. She has always said that since she was small. So soup, meat, and gari. That's one. If you leave her, she'll eat it morning, afternoon, and night. So ofe okuru, ofe egusi. The more they learn these things, they get better at it. It's just consistent, little by little. So challenge them with a word a day. I have a flashcard that I have my children while they're on their way to school. I give it to them and I say to them, learn this word and let me know. On Saturdays, I don't fail. Once they come will come downstairs, they pray, they read the chapter of the Bible a day, and make sure that they any content they want to watch on Saturdays, Igbo. And before they say, "Oh, we don't want to watch it again, let's do something else," you know what I tell them? I say to them that you must prove to me that you've learned something for the day. And it's my son that one gets the better part of him, because he always wants to watch something else. So he starts saying things like, "Oh, okay, okay." So I put him under that pressure. They must tell me the word they learned on that Saturday, and I always challenge them to learn a new word. I'm not yet there. A lot of parents are doing far better than me. Because of the challenges, technicalities, there are some people that I've loved to add on this life, but due to things that didn't work out for me, I hope that I can add them on. Share this life with more than. Oh wow, someone share this life with. Let me see if she's. Oh, okay. Follow back. Sorry guys. Let me see if I can add that on. Let me see. Add as a moderator. Okay. Yeah. I just added you now, user 2450. If you can come on, I think I just saw your profile photo now. If you can come on, it'd be nice. Yeah. So, okay, let's move on, guys. Let's move on, guys. What's it called? Next point. A community. To be honest, guys, for me, it's not been easy. Because I'll say it's not been easy. I've been doing majority alone. My wife has been very supportive. She's learned a lot from my children. Okay, thank you for joining, madam. Madam, can you? I made you say she joined. So let me see if I can add you, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm learning this. Can you hear me, madam? So she just said join. Okay. Anyways, let me crack on. So yeah, always I always say to people, if you have not joined your the community of that's your village set up in. Thanks, Jamie 9. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for that. If you have not joined your community, there's every community I believe in. What's it called? Has If you have not joined them, I highly recommend that you do. So, like my village, my town where I come from in Enugu State, is Swawa. We always go, and I always make sure that Anakin, thanks. I always make sure that I take my children there. So take your children there. The more they go for functions like that, it reminds them of where they come from, and also they can learn one or two. So get your children to attend language classes. There are some people that have formed language classes for whatever language you speak. Look it up. ChatGPT will help you. Exchange play dates with similar families. Try and see if you can take them to families where. I wish that lady could join so she can share a little bit about her how she taught her children. But we're running out of time, and don't think I can see it on the live. Yeah, yeah. So share play dates with other families, it'll go a long way. So, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to pop it in the chat. If we can respond to it within the time, we will do that. And yeah, so basically, we just have about some 7 minutes, and that'll be all. So, guys, I always say to people, no matter how welcoming this country is, United Kingdom, America. Oh, she says she's finding it hard to join. Let me see if I can reply to user translates. Reply to user. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to add someone alive that will be very helpful. Mark viewer. Mark viewer. Got it. Okay, wait. Sorry, guys. I'm not so used to this stuff. Okay. Okay. Draw. Sorry, guys. I hope you not. Please use this opportunity to share the live, so others that can watch it now, and those that cannot watch it now, cannot join us now, can watch it later. Flip the camera. Sorry, guys. I'm just new to this. Pull treasure books. Oh, I think I know. Yeah. So, madam, if you can join me on Facebook, if you can use the link and come on Facebook, we just have a few minutes. Then it will be nice. Try on Facebook, madam. Try on Facebook, madam. Yeah. So yes, try on Facebook, madam. Thanks, Donna Jones. Thanks, J Chooks. Thanks, Amaka. Mwak back. Thanks, Godwin Ude. Thank you all for your comments. I can see I can only talk about the best I can see. Barcelona, thanks for joining and for commenting. So yeah, basically, guys, you can feel free to rewatch the live, and we've shared a lot. Just have about 5 minutes to go. So yeah, feel free. Like I said, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. If you can't respond to it now, I'll still respond to them later. So it's a call to action for us now. Your language is your gift. Pass it on. I don't think there's any other thing I say. Pass it on. I always say to people, we are pilgrims on this land, be it here, Canada, anywhere. I know someone that was born and bred in Nigeria. She's British, and she grew up there. But it did not stop them from learning their language. Maybe you say, okay, their English is their language, easy. But there are German people I know. When I was living in our house, this opposite us was a German, an estate that had everyone there were German, and they all spoke their language. Why do we really get to our own turn? We will now. Is it inferiority complex? Is it a slave man's mentality? Is it slave man's um, superiority that is still challenging us? What's the problem? Why would it be our turn? If Polish people Chinese people were to come to Nigeria or to come to Ghana or to come to, they will continue with their language. Why is our own the other way around? Why? Why would, if Chinese people were to come to England, they will keep speaking their language and keep going on. Yeah, the ones that are facing the challenge are the ones that were maybe the third generation that were born here, that were born here. So maybe it's a challenge that is across different spectrum. What's it called? Across different ethnicities or whatever. But the point is that we are pilgrims on this land, and never forget that your language is your identity, and it reminds you of who you are, where you came from, and to help you with your children. So, yeah, I just want to keep encouraging us. Don't forget that. So we can start today. Don't leave it tomorrow. I speak now. You can tell your child. I always tell people, tell your child that from today henceforth, we're going to speak in whatever your language is. You speak in Igbo, you speak in English. You speak in Twi, you speak in English. Speak in Swahili, speak in English. Keep doing it. Irrespective. Don't do it only at home. And when you get outside, you forget. No, you're shy. No, keep doing it and keep doing it. And you'll be amazed at what's. You need to add me. Sorry, guys. It's a little bit of a challenge for me. Add you. Okay. Sorry, man. I think it might be easier for you to, if you're still trying to join on Facebook, it might be easier for me because I don't understand what the problem is. If you can use that link, I sent you a Facebook link. If you can hear me, my join show on Facebook so I can add you. And I know what time is fast spent, but maybe some people might give some few minutes on the live. NG, okay. I think can I join here, please? Like, let me see. Sorry, guys. Let me reply. Ban mute. NG. Sorry, let me see. Okay. Invite NG. Okay. NG, I just added you. I don't know on Facebook if you can. It says adding. I don't know if you need to respond to anything. Our time is fast spent, but I'm sure people might be able to give some few time. Dotu, so Wumi, thanks for joining. Angie, thanks for joining. Angie, sorry man, for all the technicalities. I've been trying. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, brother.
Well, thank you for joining. I find you very inspiring, and I learned a lot from you. The way you've mentored your children, yeah, especially in Igbo. Maybe subsequently might be other people. But if you don't mind, in a few minutes, kindly share your thoughts about the whole passing the baton or passing your language from one generation to another. Please, quickly, in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you very much, brother. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Nice to be here. Speaking our language to our children is not is something really, really very important because we actually started with my children from birth. When they were growing up, when I never really taught them, twinkle twinkle little star. No, they learned it from the TV. I never taught them all these blah 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 shit now. They learned it from the TV. When they speak English, you will know their probability they were born here. And when they speak Igbo, you will be wondering, were they born in Nigeria? Because they started from birth. I actually sang like these Igbo lullabies like or yeah, Molon one
Okay.
or maybe like one no tatros. And
Yeah,
when I was doing that, a lot of my friends were laughing at me. They were like, "Ah, that's so hilarious."
Same here. Same here. Go ahead, though.
Huh?
Same with me as well. People laughed at me as well.
They laugh at that's hilarious. In my house we pray in Igbo. We do everything in Igbo. English is a no in the house. None of my children can come to me and say, "Mom, now they're not talking to me." Unless they come to tell me, "Mom, we go I say, okay, Ghana fridge, Yeah, they know they can't tell Mom, can I have some chocolate, please? That's not for me. Yeah, and starting from that, I believe that there is it's never too late. Yeah, it's never too late to speak Igbo to them. Life. It's never too late to speak Igbo to them or any language at all until they are past 16. Even after 16, they can still comprehend about 8 different languages. Yeah, I read it somewhere. So there was this thing that inspired my family. When my first daughter was born, there is this program they used to do in the TV then, Igbo Amaka. So we watched it, we enjoyed it. That was really what touched us. We just told ourselves, that was when we made the decision. We didn't make the decision at birth, but luckily my first daughter was about 3 months old then.
Okay.
So yeah, so that actually inspired us. So since then, it's not easy. Sometimes I'll speak English and I'll still realize, no, I'm supposed to speak Igbo. I'll come back to it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we just keep trying. And for those of us that haven't started, friends, it's never too late. They can learn it anytime. Just like if you want to go to Russia or any part of the world to study, or Germany, you need to learn the language first.
Okay.
As an adult. So you can now imagine with the children, they learn faster than you and I. They learn very, very fast.
Yes, they do.
So yeah, they learn very fast.
Madam,
so
permit me to ask you a question. All your children, were they all born here in this country, United Kingdom?
They were all born here.
Good.
Yes, they were all born
here. I know why I'm saying it for some people that give that excuse. Do you know that sometimes some people even in Enugu, some people in my village, teach their children English. Sorry, go ahead.
My brother, you don't want to know what happened to when we went to Nigeria 2 years ago. We went to Owerri. My sister-in-laws that live in Owerri, the children speak English.
Wow.
So my children were asking me, Mom, at Nigeria, in Owerri, they speak Igbo. Yeah, okay. For my children that came from London, to be speaking English for them to communicate. As a matter of fact, their English kind of influenced, kind of destroyed my children's Igbo.
Yeah, I agree. I
you
agree
understand?
too.
Because they needed to communicate with their cousins, so they had to speak English, which was really wrong. Which is wrong. Feel is you need to win a trophy when your children speak too much English, but I don't agree with that. The children English, they can always learn it. At the park, they speak English.
Yeah,
in school, they speak English. In the church, they speak English.
I concur. I agree with you because I get people say that no, I want to teach them English because what they call it, because of I don't know how you put it, and because they give attention to English, the child doesn't now learn their language. And mind you, madam, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you agree with me that your children speak better English than you?
Oh, yes, they do. Most times when I'm speaking to someone, they feel I have an accent. Do you understand?
But aside from your accent, do you believe that their command of English is a lot better than you?
It's a lot better.
Because you didn't teach them.
A lot better.
You didn't teach them
Even
English.
their understanding, not just their speaking, their understanding of English is a lot better than mine too.
Good.
Because sometimes I'll be speaking to somebody on the phone. The person has to say something like 3-4 times. I won't understand it. I'll just call one of them. I say, please come and hear what this person said, and they will explain that to me.
Good.
I understand English very well, but I wouldn't understand that person. I don't know why.
Good. So that further enforces what I tell people. I say to people, you cannot give what you don't have. Give the one you know. As in, my mother always said to me, the word mother tongue is that's the one that is your own. Then you give that one. But you don't know English. You speak a one Ghana. You speak a cut and join. You speak with sometimes some people. I don't want to call the country. If you say them, this is a house, they know they say this is a home. This is my home. You know that kind of stuff. Different use of English and different ways that is being put around. Hello. Sorry, guys. You understand me? So Yeah, so that's it, my madam. I really I don't know if there's any other final words you want to share before we jump off on this, but thanks for coming, and hopefully we can do this a lot better and have a better conversation, or people can learn from you. Your final words, madam, please.
Yeah, my final word is just for us to keep trying. Let's not think it's too late. Let's not think it's difficult. I know of a white guy, a black guy, and he sent me a message. His wife is English, but his wife and the children want to learn Igbo. So he wanted me to like kind of start. I told him that I don't know where to start because mine was I started from birth, you know. So, but I now gave him a link to so is it Linkawa something. These people that teach in Igbo online too.
Okay.
They teach Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba.
Oh wow, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so I gave them the link, and believe me, the kids are doing well. At least they can say their name, say their age, say what they want at that time. So
1 minute, guys.
Anything.
Okay. Me Someone, how you doing? Sorry, guys, maybe it's coming to get into my children are agitating already. Tim Challenji.
Hello.
Hey, also go. Tim Challen, the fellow hacker. Sorry, guys. That's about it. Thank you, madam, for your channel.
Are these your friends?
Thank you, madam, for
are these your friends
joining, and we really appreciate all you've shared, and hopefully people have learned from what you've done. Subsequently, maybe we can do a podcast together, I and you, so perhaps people can learn from you. Thank you very much.
Sometimes we can and all that. So like my children, they have an Igbo YouTube channel.
Okay, that would be good. Yeah, if you can share it as well, I can put it on my channel so people can also learn from it. Yeah. Thank you, madam, and thank you for your time. And I'm super of learned. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Yeah.
That's my Jeep. That's my Jeep, man. No, this is my Jeep.
Okay, guys. 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please, guys. So Amanda, you guys need to step up, please. I'm doing something.
Are you doing TikTok?
Yes. Join. Someone go to your dad. Come on. Go to your dad. Show. Everybody, you look. Chimchon, Mbaju, Mitchell's and Mbaju, Chimche, One Bologna, after Chimchon, Mitchell's and sorry about that, guys. Sorry, I'm not in my own place, so there's a limit to what I can do to other children and pop in. So we're done with this, and my own encouragement would be: you've heard from someone else that's living the dream, so there's no excuse. Your children was born here, your children were raised here, and they can't speak your language. I class that as outright failure, because other tribes won't do that. Other tribes are working. There's evidence that other people teach their children who are born here. I believe you can do the same thing. So no excuses are acceptable. Pass on your language from your generation to the next generation. And as much as you might think education is good and what everything is good, your language would add to what all the pluses and everything that your children need to succeed in life. So without further ado, please follow us on other platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, LinkedIn, and let's keep this going. So every Sunday between 7 p.m. UK time. Every Sunday we'll be having this live, different topics, bringing different people on, and I hope that you guys are going to learn from me. Please feel free to follow my other channels, D610 Homes, The Hair You Love, other channels, or Love Family Podcast as well. I'll be having this as well. So thank you for hanging on for all those that have stayed. I'm sure I've learned a lot. Do us a favor, please follow these channels. Please share this content. Please like it, put your comments, and let us know what you learned from what we've done today. Thank you very much. And remember, I always say this, remember, the wise invest. The wise invest. Invest in your children. Invest in the language that you're teaching them. And you can never go wrong. God bless you all. See you in the next one. Bye. Thank you, Jesus.